biggest lie you've been told is that you just need better clients. And the truth is, your art and creativity can earn you way more in other ways and without having to choose between chasing down clients or getting a 9-to-5. So I spent hours researching the best ways to monetize your creative skills so you don't have to. And there are 8 easy and somewhat surprising ways you can start making money from your creativity right now. You just need to stop thinking like a freelancer and start acting like a business owner. So let's go straight into number 1, licensing and stock. It's one of the easiest ways to make money from the work you've already created. Maybe you have photos stored on a hard drive or music files you never planned to sell. Instead of letting them collect digital dust, you can upload them to stock marketplaces and earn royalties whenever someone downloads or buys them. You're not chasing down new clients or dealing with deadlines here. You just create once and let the platforms handle the rest. That could be photos, illustrations, stock video, background music, whatever you do, there's a place to sell it. It might not make you stupid rich right away, but you're basically getting paid in your sleep for stuff that's just sitting around anyways. Digital products are another surprisingly straightforward way to make money, especially if you're the kind of person who's always making things for your own workflow. If you've ever made Procreate brushes, Photoshop actions, or Notion templates to speed up your own workflow, chances are that other people want them too. People love shortcuts that save them time and make their lives easier, so there's a huge market for creative assets. Digital products are a great business model because they can be sold again and again, which means steady income and without having to worry about shipping, inventory, or anything like that. The best part is that if this is something you've built for yourself and it's actually useful for you, the chances that other people find it useful as well are actually really high. It's a relatively easy way to monetize your skills without having to trade time for money. And it's pretty easy to try, honestly. Just upload something to Etsy or Gumroad and whatever, see what happens. But what if you want to see your work in the real world and not just on someone's screen? Then physical products are a pretty fun option and a great way to reach people who prefer owning something tangible. There are so many services that let you sell prints of your work on different materials, but also mugs, posters, stickers, t-shirts, and much more. And they actually handle the printing, delivery, and everything else for you. It's really fun to see your art out in the world, and it's also very low risk because you only produce stuff when someone orders them. So you only spend money when you make money. It honestly only takes a couple minutes to set up, so it's a really easy win. Give it a try. Before we dive deeper, if you still like the idea of working with clients or you want to combine it with some of these other methods, then check out our AI-powered tool, Lynn, which helps freelancers find more clients more easily. You can think of it as your virtual agent that scans the internet every single day to find the best opportunities for you so that you can spend more time focusing on the creative work itself and not just scrolling through job boards all day, every day. And if you've got a bigger project in mind, then you should take a look at grants and crowdfunding. Let's say you've been dreaming of publishing an art book or producing a short film, for example. You're not interested in selling stuff. What you want is to create something from scratch and have full creative control. I get it. You might need a budget for that though, and crowdfunding is a great way to let people back your projects directly. You can also look into grants from governments or private organizations. These are great ways to fund passion projects that don't fit typical commercial briefs, let's say. And it doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes the only thing you need is an idea and maybe a little bit of a plan. Another surprisingly simple option is teaching. And before you even start doubting yourself, let me just say this. I can guarantee that there are things you've had to learn or had to figure out in the past that others are still struggling with, and where your help would actually be both useful and welcomed. So online courses, coaching programs, tutorials on YouTube, or live webinars are all on the table. There are so many places online where you can do that. And the cool thing is that you can record a course once and sell it for months or even years. It's also more than just extra income. Teaching also positions you as an authority, as an expert pretty much, which can make clients more willing to pay top dollar when you do take on freelance work. Teaching gives you a chance to share the lessons you've learned, lessons you might think are obvious, but that others are still struggling with. Now let's talk about real life interactions. People crave genuine connections and community more than ever. You can be the one providing that by organizing in-person or even online events for creatives who share your interests.
If you know how to host a great dinner party, you're probably one of the coolest people in your group. Regardless of whether it's chefs or DJs, the ability to be someone who can create real community has become a really powerful status symbol. The coolest people are the best hosts. They know how to select the right mix of people and personalities for a certain event, and how to build an atmosphere that allows people to walk in, drop their guard, and just authentically connect. In an era where community is so sorely lacking, with only 4% of Americans hanging out on an average weekend, There is no greater luxury than to spend your Saturday night with a great group of friends with great food and great conversation. How can you curate warm, safe, private atmospheres where people care about being present at the thing, not just being seen at the thing? How can you create offline experiences built around hyper-specific niches that just give a group of people a chance to really nerd out over something?
This approach can be incredibly rewarding, both personally and financially. Not only do these experiences offer a new revenue stream, they also help you build community. You'll meet like-minded people, grow your network, and it can potentially open the door to future collaborations. If you start organizing events, now you're the person that's bringing people together. You're the cool kid hosting the parties. Think outside the box, my friend. People are happy to pay for meaningful events and experiences, and it doesn't have to be that hard. This could mean hosting a local photo walk, running painting nights, or even setting up digital events like webinars or online conferences, for example. You can also create a dedicated Facebook group, Slack channel, or whatever else, honestly. The fact is that you're the person providing the space for this community to exist. If you can offer that sense of belonging, you'll find it both personally rewarding and commercially viable. It makes money. It can make you a lot of money. And you don't need a massive following to start. A small group of a few passionate people can grow into something way bigger over time. And every event or meetup that you do generates a bunch of new opportunities. Another way to leverage what you already have is renting out your equipment or creative spaces, for example. If you own pricey cameras, specialized lights, audio gear, or even a cozy studio setup, why let it gather dust when you're not using it? There's so many platforms to rent out both your gear and spaces when you're not using them. This approach is simple because you don't have to create anything new. You're just making the most out of your existing resources. And it's a great way to offset your equipment costs and maybe meet other creatives as well who could lead you to more opportunities. On Busy, we have users that have made thousands of dollars by renting out their space for a few days of shooting, for example, and this money paid their rent, went into their kids' college fund, and bought them more time to focus on their own art. It's also a great way to meet other creatives in your city, honestly. Finally, let's talk about content monetization. I know you don't want to hear this, but you're going to have to start posting more. I'm sorry. By consistently sharing your process on platforms like YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, or even a personal blog, you grow an audience that trusts you and is open to buying what you offer. Your community becomes your safety net. Let me explain. Basically, as you grow an audience, you can earn through ad revenue, sponsorships, affiliate links, and even subscriptions. Once you have a loyal audience, almost anything you create, digital products, merchandise, workshops, whatever, has built-in visibility. You have built-in marketing into everything you do. Literally everything you do becomes way easier because people already know you and value your work. And yes, building that trust takes time, but it can become your most reliable safety net. You have creative control. You set the tone, and when you finally decide to launch something new, you're never starting from zero. You always have a community of supporters who want to see you succeed. And by the way, watch this other video right here where I talk about how artists can avoid being replaced by AI and why it's so important to put yourself out there if you want to thrive in the AI era. In conclusion, there are many ways you can make money from your art and creativity that don't involve having to chase down clients or getting a 9-to-5. The main shift you need to do is to stop thinking of yourself as a freelancer and start acting like a business owner instead. I promise you'll start seeing opportunities everywhere. You'll honestly be amazed how quickly you can diversify your income once you stop believing that better clients are your only way out. And if you do still freelance, remember that Busy and Lynn can help you get more clients more easily while you branch out and build more stability for yourself. By the way, you can stack as many methods as you like until you find the perfect balance that keeps both your creativity and your bank account happy. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.